Guys, we have an awesome class for you today. We're going to be talking about managing mom rage. So, if there's anyone else out there that's felt a little overwhelmed by this fall season with the back to school, first of all, but also maybe with distance learning, homeschooling, just the general busyness of this time of year, this can be a really hard season. And so, we brought in Riva Cook. She is the clinical director at the Healing Group. She's a licensed clinical social worker, and she's coming on to talk to us all about managing our mom rage today. We hope you guys will love this class.
Hi, I have a question for you. When was the last time you got really mad, like flaming, freaking, raging mad? Can you remember? Was it today? Did you know what? You're not alone. And you're not a bad mom if you have rage episodes. I've worked with many, many moms. Having a rage episode, or more than one, is actually pretty common. However, most of us are not what we could say our best selves in those moments, and we would rather experience them less often. So two things can exist. We're not bad. This is a human emotion, a response to something, and we want to work on it and we want to make it better. So let's start. Are you ready for your 2-minute crash course in neurobiology? This is your brain. My arm is your brainstem. It keeps your heart beating, your lungs breathing. You don't even have to think about it. It's off your plate. Thank you, brainstem. This is your limbic center. It is your emotion center. One of its primary responsibilities is to identify danger and pain and try to keep you away from it. Your amygdala lives here. She is the queen bee of your survival system. When she detects that something dangerous is happening in the environment or to you, she only makes two distinctions. Are we safe? Are we not? And if we're not safe, she can marshal so many of the brain and body's resources to her command. And when that happens, this outer part of our brain, what you typically think of your brain, your thinking, processing, higher reasoning skills, goes offline, because we don't need that when we're fighting for our survival. We just need to survive. And your amygdala can start a head-to-toe biological and chemical set of responses that are all designed to help you fight, or hide from whatever the danger is. Rage is fight. So when your amygdala goes off, she has identified that something in your environment is threatening and dangerous to you. Now, it may not actually kill you, but it is a threat to your emotions, to your intellect, to your sense of well-being, your sense of competence, and she's gonna go off. Because as far as she's concerned, your survival is the most important thing. Now, our amygdala operates at kind of a baseline level of tension or anxiety. And when we have a high baseline, there's less room between where we're humming along and when we lose our marbles. So our amygdala can be this like jumpy, hyper, spastic little dog looking for a fight, or she can be a calm, well-trained guard dog with lots of room before she flips her lid. We can help create and teach her how to be the well-trained guard dog. And we're going to use two kinds of strategies: long-term strategies and short-term strategies. Long-term strategies lower our overall baseline level of tension and anxiety, which give us more space for dealing with triggering events before we hit that top out rage state. And then we can also use short-term strategies that help us deal with the spikes, the difficult situations. So, long-term strategies. Two of the most effective long-term strategies I have found with moms are sleep and breaks from caregiving. I know these are hard. You're like, Riva, you're crazy. I can't get enough sleep. I got a kid. I can't get a break. I have a kid. Yeah, it is hard, but sleep is critical. Every night your brain is washed and cleared and refreshed, and it helps reduce that level, soothe that amygdala. Our ultimate goal towards sleep is 8 hours in a 24-hour period. We start where we can and we try to work towards it. It's important enough to get sleep and to get breaks from caregiving from our children. Ideally, these are regular scheduled breaks that we can depend on, and they're at least 2 hours in length. Is this going to be easy? Probably not. You will probably need partner support, friend support. You might need to get really creative. But experience has shown me that those are two of the most important long-term strategies. There's others, but those are the big ones. Choose one of them, focus on it for a month, see if you can move that needle at all in the direction we want to go. Short-term strategies. Lots of people love to focus on trying to learn these, and they are wonderful, but they're going to be best if you can reduce that baseline level of anxiety. So what can we do with these spikes? Bubble breathing is one of my favorite. Pretend like you're blowing bubbles through a bubble wand. Are you ready? Now close your eyes. Breathing slowly like that directly counters the effect of the adrenaline that your amygdala is having put into your system by making your breathing change to slow and deep and regular. And closing your eyes cuts your stimulus information that's going to your locus coeruleus in your brain, which amygdala has also activated, helping you just calm down. Another great way to calm down is to use your senses. Use the fingers on your hand. Look for 5 things you can see, 4 you can touch, 3 you can hear, 2 that you can smell, and 1 that you can taste. Identify these, touch them, bring yourself back into the moment. The moment is usually the safest place for us. So these are a couple of strategies. Try one for a couple of weeks, and if it doesn't help, choose a different one. Therapy might be appropriate as well if you're finding your rage really hard to get control over. Mom rage might be common, but it's not something we have to accept and live with. You don't have to live this way. There are options.
Weren't those awesome tips? We hope you guys love that class about managing mom rage. And if you want to see more of our videos, be sure to check out our YouTube channel. We are now putting our videos on YouTube so we can easily organize them, so you can find them easily and share them with friends. And once again, this is 8-minute classes. We have continuing education classes for women on a huge variety of subjects. Fun seasonal tips, mom hacks. We talk about deeper topics too, like depression, anxiety, spouse relationships, parent-child relationships, and we also do a lot of different types of fun classes. So we hope you guys will love it here at 8-minute classes, and be sure to follow us on YouTube.